This is great. We're just about to kick off day one of our 23rd Annual Conference. This place is rocking, and we've got a great program. We're kicking off this morning with the Mayor of Toronto, His Worship John Tory. He'll be a phenomenal speaker, and it just keeps going right over the course of today and tomorrow. I think for everyone who is here, they're really going to find it a fabulous 2 days. Lots happening, lots to learn, great networking, of course.
Infrastructure is going to be needed to keep healthy cities, to keep them moving, to keep the economies going, even to connect people to jobs especially. And we're going to need the ingenuity and the financing and the know-how and the get things done attitude of the private sector to get that infrastructure built. And that's why I'm such a strong believer that P3s are part of where we're going to have to be in the years ahead.
It's a very interesting panel today. Transit is very high on the agenda across the country, which is great to see. I think it's going to be a very exciting year or two ahead in the transit space. Very interesting to hear from Rob Holden from Crossrail about the experiences in the UK on that massive project. So yeah, it was a lively and interesting discussion.
I'm very proud of the leadership in this conference, the people that contribute to our economy to enable us to borrow less and invest more. This is what we need to do going forward.
Great discussion on infrastructure and a lot of excitement across the country because of the changes that have happened federally in the election, and I think a lot of people seeing the possibility for more innovation, better services to people, and a lot of jobs, but also a lot more efficiency in the economy.
I'm here to essentially develop more business between Mexico and Canada as far as PPPs are concerned, and there was great interest in what's going on in Mexico, so we'll continue to follow up on that.
The Trans-Pacific Partnership is going to lead to a massive increase in trade among the 12 countries and unforeseen opportunities for infrastructure.
Well, we had views from First Nations and municipalities. The key takeaway? More P3s, that there's significant capacity on First Nations reserves, and also people just care about what it means to them. They want schools, they want infrastructure.
Well, the panel went really well. We talked about the PPP programs of our jurisdictions. I talked about the status now of the Philippine PPP program and answered the questions from the audience with respect to how do we attract, what policies do we put in place to make the PPP environment in the Philippines attractive.
The panel today was on P3s in the communication aspect of how do you get the communication out to the general public, and especially First Nations. Most First Nations, just like my own, we didn't even know what a P3 was. I never heard about a P3 until the Okanagan Correctional Center was going to happen on a Sioux Indian Reserve, which was a $200 million project, which is huge for the Sioux Indian Band.
I'm actually very excited to be here today to learn a lot about the infrastructure and how the government is actually supporting P3 infrastructure development in Canada. I took away a lot from a lot of the speakers here today, and I look forward to coming again next year.
Well, at La Caisse, when we look at the world of infrastructure on a global basis, we see a world of opportunity. But a world of opportunity that demands a new level of creativity, of invention, of finding new ways to do things, of finding new ways to unlock these great opportunities that are there, to put the infrastructure that's in place that the world needs and that is such a good investment for all institutional investors like us.
P3 2015 great conference. At the Canadian Council, we're always trying to improve the P3 model. This conference really helps. We have new speakers, we have new topics, we have new points of view, fantastic networking. What more could you want?
Really excited to be here today to talk about what we have coming up in the transportation world, how we're going to continue to partner with the private sector to build Ontario up and move the province forward.
This was such a special conference this year. First of all, we had people attending from 22 different countries. This has truly become an international event, and it was wonderful. We had 6 keynote speakers addressing every topical issue of relevance to the audience, and it's still the greatest gathering of the P3 community in the world. And not only has that been the case this year, I promise you it will be next year too. We'll be right here in Toronto at this same hotel, November 14th and 15th. Put it in your calendar now, and we'll see you then.